Hey YouTube, it's echobear, and today I want to review an app for you guys. It's called Wordimals. Now before I get into talking about this app and cool stuff about it, let's get through some of the serious stuff. So Wordimals is made by Firecracker Software, and the first version that I can find of it being released was on February 15th, 2017. And as far as genre goes, this is one of those letter matchy word puzzle type games. And one last thing before I get into this game. Firecracker Software did contact me and asked me to do a review of this game. I just wanted to let you guys know that even though they did ask me to review this, it's not a sponsored video or anything like that. They just reached out to me and asked for me to review it. So thank you so much for that, Firecracker Software. You guys are wonderful. So let's get on to the review. So Wordimals is set up a lot like this type of genre game is. Pretty much it's kind of like a crossword mixed with a word search kind of thing if you've never played one of these before. Pretty much you have so many by so many bank of letters and you have to solve words based on a given prompt in a certain amount of time. Fairly simple, and a lot of games rely on this specific format to do it like that. Wordimals is different, however, in the fact that it's actually fun. I have played a lot of these games, you guys, and a lot of them just haven't been interesting enough to me or entertaining enough or just enjoyable enough for me to even bother reviewing them. Wordimals has actually been a lot of fun to play. One of the earlier ones that I did review was just ridiculously hard, and it gave you too many options of words that could fit in just because there was no specific thing you were looking for. There was no guidance to it. The difference with Wordimals is it'll be like animals, brands, sports. It'll give you kind of like a topic where a good comparison is in crossword puzzles, they'll be like 14 across, and then it'll give you like a little description of what the word is. Wordimals does that, and that makes the game go by incredibly fast and makes it a lot more fast paced and a lot more fun because of all of that. So aside from it absolutely getting rid of the issues that I've had with other types of this game is also paced extremely well. What I mean by that is a lot of these games will be like, here's your tutorial, now solve this 15 by 15 puzzle, and crank up the difficulty to 11 with no shame, and makes you pay to get help with solving all of these, and not in-game money, actual cash money. But Wordimals doesn't do that. It takes you through the tutorial nice and slow with Joe the Sloth, which is absolutely adorable. It teaches you the mechanics of the game, it lets you get comfortable with it, and then it moves you up to the next level, which even that one, it's slow enough and well paced enough that you learn how to do it, you learn how to find the longer words easier, quicker, and it just builds off of what you've already learned, and so on and so forth as you continue through this game. It's very, very amazingly paced. I couldn't ask for more as far as the pacing of this game. That is just wonderful in my opinion. As you continue through the game, obviously it's going to get harder. The puzzles are going to be harder, the hints are going to be a little vaguer, as well as the words are going to get longer. I've had to use the in-game currency that you get through beating the levels to help me here and there with words that I might not have associated with the prompt, or words that I just wasn't familiar with because I wasn't familiar with the prompt. But it's done in such a way that that's not super necessary 90% of the time. It's really fair, and honestly it works awesomely to your advantage. It's fair enough that you can still continue and progress and keep playing levels if you can't figure something out and run out of time, but it's also kind enough that it takes you back, lets you start from where you left off even if you missed a bunch of stuff, and lets you continue from there. It's extremely well paced, the level packs are awesome, the way you unlock it is also super fair just so you can't get ahead of yourself. So logically you get through the first level pack, then you get a key, then you do the one after that, and so on and so on and so on. just so the pacing is good. You can't just get frustrated with one level pack and just be like, whatever, move on. It forces you to follow along with the pacing, but that pacing is what gets you better at the game. So the whole structure of this game is just absolutely fantastic. It's just done super duper well. And that's not even taking into account the aesthetic of this game. For every single level pack, you get these different little mascots that kind of run off of cute little puns or ironies around their animals. Like the first level pack is with a sloth named Joe who likes coffee. So there's that, and that's ridiculously adorable, and the animation of him catching coffee is hilarious to me. The next one is Amelia, who has a little Amelia Earhart hat and little wings because she's a penguin and she can't fly. Like, those little things are just ridiculous to me, and I love them. And one of the later levels is a bear, so I'm sold because bear. The music and sound effects that go along with this game are also really well executed. With games like this, where it requires a lot of concentration, if you do want to listen to it with the music, a lot of times the games try to compensate for the fact that these games are more laid back and try to create excitement with really loud, poppy, and fast-paced music, which kind of ends up being distracted. Wordimals does this really well in the fact that their music is just kind of laid back. It sounds like little bongo beats going on in the background, and that combined with the sound effects that you get from connecting all of these different letters together make for a very cohesive and peaceful kind of ambiance that's getting given to you. So honestly, I really want to thank Firecracker Software for asking me to review this game because it's genuinely awesome. I think you guys should definitely give this a try. If you need something to just preoccupy your time, you need a new puzzle game, you want something to kind of stretch your brain in different ways that you're not really used to, I definitely think that this is a good option for you to try out, just because it's ridiculously cute, fun, the pacing is absolutely perfect, spot on, and just everything about it is wonderful. And I know I'm gushing about it a lot, but they did ask me for an honest review, and this is genuinely my honest opinion. Usually I go into these kind of games really skeptical, thinking that I'm not really going to like it, but I did genuinely enjoy Wordimals. So for everything this app has, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's so much fun. If this is the kind of game you're into, it's definitely something for you. Is it for everybody? No, but if this is the kind of game that you like, I definitely think that this is something you should check out. So again, thank you to Firecracker for asking me to review this app. You guys are wonderful. Make sure to stick to the very end of the video to see some more stuff that I've done. Make sure to check in the description to go download Wordimals, go check out their website, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!